Hey, we're early. What's going on, man?
No George tonight?
He had to take his dad for a procedure, so he may be joining us. He may not. It was gonna run, the time was gonna, he was gonna run into it, and I said he asked to, postpone, and I'm like, no, like we gotta be consistent when
Consistent,
we're
yes.
on. I'm like, it has to happen. So yeah, we're early. If no one's joined us yet. But yeah, so a lot of activity on the forum. The new elite member Clayton is very much active and into it. It's freaking great to see.
Well, he hasn't made it to the forum yet. He just keeps posting on all the course curriculum.
Correct. Yeah, he hasn't found the forum yet at all.
Clayton, if you're watching, there's a forum. Post to your heart's content.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah. Oh, dude, I want to show you some of the new campaign stuff. You'll get a kick out of that. Hopefully, let me see if I can share this. Let me just say, all right. So let me see. Let me share a screen. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Present. No. So present. Share screen. No. Cancel. Present. Slides and PDFs. Your computer. We currently no. Present. Share screen. Window. There it is. Okay, good. Share. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. I gotta get a little closer. I'm not wearing my glasses.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So we're running these ads. First one is if you can't end a fight in seconds, someone else will.
For the
other
fast
one,
course? That's pretty
yeah,
good.
for the fast course.
I would think that one would actually make more sense for one-shot knockout.
Yeah, it would, but
The fast
it's
course
like
is popular, so I got it.
yeah, it's like that funnel's developed, and it's just a matter of just getting people to, oh, what the hell is this all about, right?
Yeah.
And get to the site. This one we got to get rid of times. This is why your grandpa was 1,000 times tougher. It was 1,000% tougher than you. Times has got to go. Hard times make hard men. Soft times make you. Next is
I did see this one. This one I heard already.
Yeah, Angela posted that.
Yeah.
So we're just testing out. Just putting out there, and then this one, which I really like. If you can't claim the title, if you claim the title of protector, you must be capable of extreme violence. So these, along with some of the other ones that have been working, are going out with the. We have a new ad agency that we're working with. We developed the concepts. So, because they usually they'll come in and be like, start training for $24, whatever. And it's
right.
like, dude, don't
like,
do
no, don't do that.
No, because we're like, it's the mission, it's the attitude, it's, what we're about. And this is just the vehicle that we use to empower people to get this shit going. So, thanks everybody for joining us. Yeah, we started a little early tonight. So if apparently Josh is the only one that's been under a rock. So you didn't know
that's nothing new there.
How do you? So United Healthcare CEO gets clipped. I'm going to put up the video now so we can just take a look at it. Yeah, let me just share screen. Here he is. All right. I'm going to make sure okay. So apparently this is taking place outside their hotel where I believe United Healthcare was having their annual stock shareholders meeting. So, it's public information where the meeting's going to be held. It's publicly traded company. So people can, if you're a shareholder, you can attend, which is pretty much standard operating procedure. So here's the video. So apparently, we'll watch it. We'll watch it again. Apparently, it looks like the firearm jammed a couple times. One, two,
He knew it was going to. It
two.
seems like.
Yeah,
Or he got one shot off and then it just jammed.
yeah. Apparently, he got like a couple shots in his back
Yeah.
and one in his leg. All right. Yeah, so apparently he was at a prior to the incident, he apparently went into a Starbucks. And where is he? Okay. Here he is. NYPD released new surveillance photos suspected gunman who killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside of Midtown Hotel. The image showed the suspect's face with a black mask on his chin and a dark hoodie. The photos were taken at an Upper West Side youth hostel where the suspect stayed before the shooting. Footage shows the suspect on the phone before the shooting and making purchases at a nearby Starbucks. Police recovered a cell phone and a water bottle for potential DNA evidence and are offering $10,000 for any information. There he is. There he is. So, latest article is present. Okay, here. All right. Bullets that an unidentified gunman used to shoot and kill United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on Wednesday morning had words written on them. The words deny, defend, and possibly depose appeared on the shell casings recovered from the scene of the shooting in NYC. Source briefed the investigation said each word was meticulously written, not etched, onto the cases in a Sharpie. Officials examining the cases determined whether the words could be related to possible motive, including involving insurance companies and their responses to claims. Investigators believe they could reference the 3 Ds of insurance: delay, deny, and defend. The alliteration is a comment on tactics that opponents say insurance companies use to delay or deny policyholder claims. Thompson was shot multiple times before 7 a.m. on Wednesday by a masked gunman who fled the scene before police arrived. Like he's going to wait around. So the shooting happened in a busy section of Manhattan outside the Midtown Hotel, where the executive was set to attend the conference for United Healthcare investors. Thompson had been staying at the Marriott across the street, authorities said. The NYPD released the first unmasked images Thursday of an individual wanted for questioning in connection with the shooting, asking for public help. And of course, there he is. So, this is clearly a hit. We talk about this, and you're walking around. So looking at the, we always talk about awareness, right? So, we're looking at guy coming out of, where was he? We always talk about hide and go seek, right? You have to be looking around. You have to be looking in between cars. Like Josh brought up a point before we started. This guy doesn't. I mean, he's the CEO. Obviously, he's probably worth like a couple $100 million. He's at an event. He's not on vacation. You would think that if he's in a place where, the general public is going to know he's going to be, he'd have some security. So,
yeah, this brings up a really great discussion that I always get with students. I'm sure you've gotten it too, Damian, right? People always want to be like, well, what happens if someone's trying to assassinate me? You ever get that question?
Yes. My response is like, your lifestyle should dictate
Right.
Like,
Okay. So
so,
yeah, absolutely. Right.
what are you doing?
So I'm always like, okay, first of all, you're like a stay-at-home mom. You don't need to worry about being assassinated.
Right.
And
Unless
second,
it's
what are
like your
you
husband,
right? What are
which,
you doing to warrant somebody trying to assassinate you? Right.
right.
The second thing, though, is if somebody's truly trying to assassinate you, there's very little you yourself can do against it.
Correct.
So that brings up the point of if you feel like you're somebody who could warrant assassination, you should probably hire a security person or two to watch your back because you can't watch your own back.
Yeah, you can't be doing this, right? I mean, this is like the head guy.
Yeah,
So we're assuming that this guy is secreted behind this vehicle here,
probably. Yep.
right? So, because this is where he emerges.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay. So, where did he come from, right? If you're watching and you're looking, like we could play that drill, like playing hide and go seek. You're looking in corners, you're just looking around. Because
There's
even
a
if it's,
chance he could have been on the back side of the other tire, crouched down.
oh,
Although
sure.
traffic's coming through, so he couldn't have been there long.
Right. Yeah, these cars look like they're parked, right?
Right.
So they don't look like they're look like they're standing. They don't look like they're parked. This car's got its lights on. This car's got its, the car behind it where it's coming from's got its lights on. The reality is the guy still needs to get visual confirmation. So he's got to see you, which means you can see him.
Right.
So, there is that, there is that possibility that you can, see this happening again. This guy's standing out here waiting for this guy to show up.
Right.
Right. So, when you're moving through public, it's important to, pay attention to these places of ambush and just scan. Right. I mean, are the target, this poor guy is just walking like he's going to a freaking meeting, right? I mean, he's like, this is like how you walk in your neighborhood. So, you've got to have a heightened level of awareness here.
Yeah, he looked the other way.
Yeah, right. He saw this person, so yeah, and this guy's like, again, a couple feet away. He's not making a shot from a sloped roof.
No.
He's right on top of him. Okay, that's one. So I'm trying to see how many shots he gets off because two.
Jam. Three. Jam. Walks away.
So I've never fired. We can't have suppressors here. I've never fired a suppressed weapon. Do these, I hear that they have a tendency to jam.
So I mean, they have to be like, you typically can't just, I mean, you kind of can, but it depends obviously on the setup and everything. But if you throw on a suppressor, it changes like the compression ratios, right?
Right.
And so, depending on the ammo you're shooting, all your different stuff, it can be prone to jam because you have to compensate for the fact that you've got a suppressor on there.
Right.
And so, yeah, if you literally just bought a gun and threw a non-suppressor ready weapon and then got subsonic ammo on top of it, yeah, it could definitely be prone to jamming.
Yeah. So, you would think that maybe, I think this guy has, his level, it demonstrates his level of experience. Here, where I'm looking at,
I mean, I'm at least impressed that he took the time to assume a sort of a stance and had both hands on the weapon,
right?
And that's probably why he got hit 3 times instead of missing wildly.
Right. It's obviously premeditated, and he put some thought into it. I'm thinking
probably went to the range a couple of times.
Yep. And figured, okay, this is it. This is what it should be. But again, didn't know enough to change his ammo to work with a suppressor, right? So
the other internal components or whatever.
Right, whatever. Yeah.
Did he have enough to even care? Maybe he was like, "Oh, I need 1 shot," and then he was like, "Oh crap, I need a couple shots."
Right.
Even care, right?
Right. Exactly. So, you're looking at, this and you're thinking, in the beginning, I'm like, look, is it suspect that the United Healthcare stock went up 10% after this poor guy got clipped?
Apparently, the share members didn't like him.
Something happened, right? So, you're a high power, look, you're a high power executive, you're a target. You can't, you got to get, you get to a certain level in life too, where you just can't, you don't have the luxury of like anonymity, right? So I'm like, you're walking around, I'm like, it is healthcare, you're in insurance. I'm sure these guys get death threats all the fucking time.
I was gonna say that. I was like, certain industries are predisposed to irate customers, right?
Yes.
And like, if this guy was a concrete magnet and all he did was like pour $1 million of concrete, most people would never know who he is.
Right.
Right. Like, he's the CEO of United Healthcare, which like everybody hates healthcare.
Right. Exactly. So, you've got to, you can't be, you can't allow access to yourself like this. So again, but for, regular people walking around, look, pay attention. You're going to see, like, you're getting sized up, right? This guy's been lying in wait. He's waiting for you.
Yeah, he's obviously there at least a day waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he's probably staked out there a couple times and waiting for this guy to show up.
He got the Starbucks. He like waited around.
Yeah. He was staying in a hostel. He was, yeah. So, obviously I think they're going to find this guy relatively quickly. It's just that there's just too much, it just seems like, he may be dead anyway, so there's that too.
I mean, we don't know. He could have done suicide after. It could have been an actual paid for hit, and the people could have kept him quiet. Like, who knows, right?
Right.
Until they either find the guy or find the body, like, we won't know, right?
Right. Exactly. So if they do, because they have a tendency to kind of, unless the guy winds up getting, I don't know, cremated and his house scrubbed immediately. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong assassination attempt. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah. So John just put, why we need mental health care in America. I don't know, we do need mental health care in America.
We have mental health care. It's kind of expensive.
Very, and it's also kind of part of the problem. We'll talk about, it's funny because we always get the people that post on like Bodyguard, all every once in a while some rando will be like,
hey, if that guy had his Bodyguard backpack on.
Yeah, man, it was right in center mass, people. That's where you get shot, or even a jacket. Shit. He lived to fight another
had
day.
The Bodyguard vest on, the new, like, what is it, the sleeveless vest, right?
Yeah, the gray man. Yeah,
the gray man.
Yeah, dude. Could have happened, but no, he didn't. Lesson learned. So yeah, I mean, I know, guy's probably got it, obviously has a family, and it's awful.
It is awful, yeah.
And we do, we're obviously making light of it a little bit, but fact is, like these things, with a little preparation, a lot of them can be avoided. Especially somebody in, that has this level of, exposure, you can't be doing, you can't.
Well, I mean, especially with, like, the world's not getting safer, right? So,
right.
At some point in time, you have to be concerned for your own safety and be like, I have all the money, why not hire a security guy? Why
right.
not? You know what I mean? Like, any number of things. Why not put on a CCW? I'm walking in the middle of New York City.
New York City.
Maybe I should put on a gray man sweater.
But they've got strict gun laws.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if he was staying at a hostel, he obviously wasn't from town, so
Right. Of course.
yeah,
He's
knows
not
where he came
staying at a
from.
hotel someplace he could probably pay cash. So I mean, there's surveillance footage.
But then if he just like was drinking Starbucks and dropped his drink, like okay, you paid cash, but now they got your DNA. So
right. Interesting how they found, even if that's him.
yeah,
Right. So who the hell knows?
yeah. I mean, with so many cameras nowadays, it's pretty. They're getting really good, and it's pretty easy to track
To track where they
people,
came
right?
from.
If they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we know this guy went here, and they can literally track him all the way back to the hostel and be like, oh, look, there he is. He walked in and checked in, right?
Right. Right.
Like one of my buddies, he works in law enforcement in Cedar Park, and he was saying that from the moment you enter the city, they have so many cameras. From the moment you drive your vehicle into the city, they know who you are, where you live, and they can track you throughout the entire city.
Yeah. Also add to that ring cameras in suburbia.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
We always get, I mean, I don't have any on my house just because I don't. um, but they, we'll get, my buddies will call all the times like, hey, you have a ring camera, we're trying to track a vehicle, such and such. Yeah. And they'll track you all the way through and follow you through. So, I mean, you really gotta, I'm sure this guy
Most
thought
stores nowadays have cameras too, so I'm sure. Like, I'm surprised that's the only footage that they showed.
that's the only footage that they put out.
Yeah,
They didn't, that's what they released. So they released enough. They got his face. They showed, they showed the crime.
yeah.
But that's it. I'm like, you gotta, if you're gonna, I'm never gonna suggest what to do, but there's, this guy, it looks like again somebody that my feeling if this was if this was an actual, like, let's just say professional. When we say professional, we say either organized crime or government. Government is going to have multiple shooters on one target because they're going to make sure that they're dead and they're stopped. Crime, yeah, probably is going to not give a shit about having a suppressor, to be quite honest, or they're going to know their gun's not going to jam. It's going to be like they know the tools of what they're using, and that's it. I'm like the fact that he keeps racking his gun, just shows that he had an idea. He bought a suppressor, probably even like you said, even if he fired it, he probably didn't know the adjustments to make it work, or didn't give a shit. He's like, oh, this is good enough.
Yeah, because he goes into his remedial action pretty quick, so
right? Like he knows what the problem is.
It was like expecting it,
right?
So
yeah, because
typically
you would fire and keep pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
and look at it.
He shoots and immediately is like, oh,
it's like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, got a racket. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. So I mean, to your point before, probably somebody who has been someone has been denied coverage as a result of a death or some tragedy that insurance didn't cover, which happens all the time, and this is what happens. So we'll probably find the story coming in the next coming days.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, so hey, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I decided to cheat. I've been on like a really strict diet and exercise. I'm trying to lose weight and get better.
Okay.
Shape. And I decided to cheat that day. I gained 3 pounds, and it took me a whole another week to get those pounds back off.
That's all you gained, dude? I think I gained like 10. And yeah, it takes about a week to kind of recover.
It's brutal. I was doing so good, but yeah, I'm down 14 pounds and like an inch and a half on the waist. So
that's awesome. It feels great.
Yeah,
like when you because again, I'm through a life, you go up, you go down. I'm like when you get all of a sudden you're like looking at yourself like, oh, I'm disgusting. Like I said, I'm like, every time. So you saw the Charles Barkley hitting the golf club. I know we talked about this, where he's like immediately as he's hitting it, he knows it's a bad shot. He's like, "You fat fuck!" He starts yelling at himself. That's me. when I see that meme, like, you fat fuck. I go, get the fuck you. I'm like, go. I'm like, run. Just go.
Yeah, you gotta do something, right?
Yeah. So, and I said, like, it's like now, especially, without, it's easy to train for a competition.
When you have a goal, it's so
Yeah.
much easier. The motivation, when you have nothing going on, the motivation to get up and put yourself through that is hard.
It's such a different mindset, like I just have to, like, I work out every day, right? But it's like, I don't like kill myself, so I'm like, it's consistency over time. And, I'll do like days, I'll do like, cardio, which is usually like running, but I do intervals, and then, but I'll do intervals for like like a long run will be like over 10 miles, but then I'll do like the next day a lift body part, and then I'll do like a 4 mile run or a 5 mile run, so I'm like, it varies. So I'm not, because I got to listen to my body. So it's like once a week I'll do a long run, and then I'll do like a short and an intermediate run. Right. So, but the intervals for me, like running like consistently, it bothers me. But
right, yeah. Like, I mean, you get to the age, running is just bad on the body. You get to the age, and then like I've got really bad plantar fasciitis from the military and stuff.
Yeah.
So running just does a number. But I run once a week. I've actually dropped my mile time in the last 3 weeks by like, I don't know, 4 minutes or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, I said, I like run for a minute, walk for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And, I wind up doing like 9-minute miles, between 9 and 10, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, it's weird. It's like, it breaks it up. I don't, there's no monotony to it for me. I clear my head. And then, on the shorter days, I hit the bag, I'll hit the dummies, I'll do body conditioning. And then the other days I'm like lifting and walking, so,
yeah,
especially as you're getting older, kids, you got to, like resistance training, some way, shape, or form is just so important for bone density, joint health. Got to be careful. You got to be careful the days you feel good, because then you want to put on another plate.
So true. So true.
I'm like, no, like that's it. I'm like, fucking no.
I'm still young enough that I'm like, yeah, throw it on. And then like the next 2 days, I'm like, that was so dumb.
Yeah, my back will be like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, no, it's awful. It's awful. So, yeah. Oh,
have you ever gotten your testosterone tested? So I just got testosterone therapy yesterday.
Oh, I did. I'm within normal range, but I want to do TRT.
Yeah, so I got the Bio-T pellets.
Okay.
And
now, keep going. I'm interested.
They're like natural. It's more natural than like most of the synthetic stuff that's out there, and so it doesn't affect your body as much, like negatively.
Okay.
And the pellets last for like 4 to 6 months.
So these are non-prescription?
I mean, a doctor did it. Like,
okay, good. All right. Yeah. Okay. I was just saying. All right.
Yeah. So, no, I went to the doctor. He did all my labs and everything, and like knew what to do. And yeah.
Okay.
But, like, they like give you a big old incision on the butt cheek and like cram all these pellets inside and sew it back up.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So I'm sitting one cheeked today because it's sore.
So, okay. So when will you, like, how long does it take to
it says anywhere from like 48 hours to 3 weeks. It just depends on the absorption rate of your body. I guess women tend to absorb it a lot faster.
Okay.
So my buddy, he got his. He said about his was like maxing at 3 weeks. But I've talked to other people and they say within like 2 weeks. So we'll see.
So you go back every 6 months?
Yeah. So roughly, I mean, once you get on a cycle of how fast your body goes through it, then you kind of just can pre-schedule when to go back.
Okay.
And then so at 4 to 6 months, it kind of burns out, and then it doesn't fully leave your system until 12 months, a maximum 12 months. So like at 12 months, your body will start producing naturally like it was before.
Oh, okay.
As if there was nothing in it, because the stuff already mimics natural.
Right.
And so, that's good, because like, if you get off of it, you don't have to worry about like, oh crap, what's going to happen to me,
Right. Yeah. Crashing. And this is like in place of injections.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Way better than injections.
Okay. That's good. So
yeah. And it's actually not that expensive, to get like the high dose that I got, cause I'm pretty low. My T was really low.
Okay.
was like 750, I think.
Okay.
So that's not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Right. No, it's not.
So
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm excited to feel a lot better. Everyone I've talked to who does it, they're just like,
I know.
they're like, you're gonna
It's
feel like a whole different person. I'm like, I
it's
can't
on
wait.
my because I'm like even thinking about like because I do that workout all the time, and I'm like fucking, I'm like imagine if I had like using that and getting the benefit of that and getting the recovery and all that shit. So Tom just checked in. Hey Tom, good to hear from you. So yeah, that's definitely something that is that's on the agenda. So yeah, keep me updated on that because
I
I'm gonna
will.
probably do that come next month.
Yeah, I mean, if you're less than like 500, you should definitely go look into
I
it.
was over 500 the last I checked, which was a couple years ago. I was within the norm for my
For
age,
age. Yeah.
but it's
Well,
like
like
fuck that.
my buddy was a doctor. He was like it's like with most things, the norm for the age doesn't necessarily
Is
mean
low.
anything for your age.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
I'm just
And so
thinking. I'm like,
he says, the goal is to get males always above 1,000.
right. Okay.
And so he's like, if you're low, go get, if you're less than 1,000, if you're like 800 to 1,000, like mad, but if you're in that like 500 range-ish, 700 ranges,
Yeah.
you might want to go and just see about getting like, a low dose,
Yeah. No. That's what I said. I mean, I don't want to go. I
Mine
don't want
was
to.
at like 230.
Wow. Said I don't want to troll the local high school. I just want to, be able to recover and,
So like
sort of
me, like,
with
man, I
that.
hurt all the time. I'm always in pain and all this other stuff, and like the brain fog and sleep and just
Yeah.
everything. And I was talking to my buddy who's a doctor about it, who's the one who did the procedure, and he was like, "You need to come do it, like seriously." And so I finally, after like a couple of years, was like, "Okay, let's do this."
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely gonna do it because again, the injections every week seem to be a pain in the ass, literally.
Yeah.
Did
you ever get the peanut butter shot with doing like your law enforcement stuff or anything like that?
No, not for like no like nothing.
Do you know what the peanut butter shot is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so we call it the peanut butter shot. It's a shot you get in the military, and it's like a whole bunch of antibiotics, and it's like a slurry of everything they can give you all at once, and it looks like peanut butter.
That can't be good, dude.
And they give you this shot in the butt, right?
Yeah.
And it hurts. It like really hurts.
Yeah. What the no.
And so, anyways, one of my buddies, his neighbor, just went and started getting the injection shots for testosterone because his was at like, I don't know, 30 or something. He was basically not producing testosterone.
Oh.
And so they're like, "Oh yeah, get the shots." And so they started giving him the shots, and he said it feels like the peanut butter shot every single time. He has to go every week. It's to the point where he's like, one cheek, other cheek, and he's like, "I can't go back to that other cheek. It still hurts."
Right.
He's like, "I guess my thighs, like, I don't know what to do next."
Oh shit.
And I'm like, "Ooh, give me those pellets, man."
Yeah. Holy shit.
Not to mention that when you get the shots, you ride that roller coaster of like, boom, you're spiked up and then drops.
Right.
Whereas the pellets, like you like slowly get up as you absorb it.
So when they put it, like when you say incision, how big's the incision?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Do you need stitches?
I got one stitch.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
All
right.
But yeah. So I mean, it's probably, my guess is probably like that big.
Yeah. So when do you go back?
In 6 weeks, I go back to get a lab test to see like how my body's taking it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it'll just be to see how fast my body absorbs it. 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's a lot better than getting a shot every week.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So BioT pellets.
Yeah, BioT. Yep.
Okay.
That's the stuff.
Cool. All right. So okay, let's take a look at what's on the fight cam.
I was on Fight Yard.
Holy shit.
Holy cow.
Sweet, bro. Oh.
All right. Well, roll back.
Oh, he's gonna break his arm.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Holy cow.
So again, we talk about ground fighting. Obviously, kid's got some training, so he gets Jujigatami, he gets an arm bar. The kid naturally rolls out of it. He's got his, he bends his elbow, doesn't have it tight. So there's the arm's not in danger of being broken. He can come up and is that what do you guys call it? Omiplata. We call it Udigarami with the leg. He can finish the shoulder there, but the kid just kind of put himself in position, but the guy on bottom's just hanging on. So
And
now
then all the friends show up.
Yeah. There's your problem.
I'm really impressed with how many people are throwing blows there, and it doesn't look like anybody hits anybody else. They're all just taking it on the head.
Yeah, and the kid, oh, yeah, a couple of those hit.
Oh, man. That was bad.
Yeah, so again, schoolyard scuffle, obviously some neighborhood bullshit beef. Like we said, wind up on the ground. You don't want to stay there because of this. Yeah.
Oof, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. Oh. What's going on here? Let's see if we get some volume on this. The hell just happened? She's just slapping her. But now, think of that reaction for a moment. Just there's a tendency to kind of some people to coil and recoil, and just want it to be over. Right? Completely submissive because she's not hurt. She's just more in shock.
Oh, and there's the friend.
Yep.
Ooh. There's the teacher. Can't do anything.
Nope. Yeah, the hair.
There's always a friend.
Yep. Always. How's this? Father beat daughter after finding out she was sexually active. All right, yeah, we don't need to see that. Okay.
Yeah, come on. Get his ass, bro.
So another high school beef in the bathroom.
Kid's got pretty good head movement, bro. It looks like a friendly boxing match, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I did that with my friends.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was like, yeah. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh. What happened to like not hitting women ever? You know what I mean? I mean, again, not hitting women ever. I mean, like if she's got a knife and
defend yourself, right? Obviously,
yeah, it's different. I'm like, yeah, it's like
this
never hit a Bill Burr's got a great bit on that. What's that?
This is just what the heck, right?
Like that on, oh.
She
So
kicked
she kicked his book bag.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit, dude. Besides the fact, her head hits the cement wall. I mean, you just open yourself up for a whole bunch of nonsense. Yeah, just I don't understand any of this.
It goes back to that words hurt me, so I must react with violence.
Yeah. What the hell happened here?
Nigga, dumb tight, hair look crazy. Nigga, bad though. Oh, how we assume that you doing bad, bro?
Oh shit, you pissed off the wrong dude.
Nah, squad, you gonna have to feed yourself.
What happened?
You're mad. Let show big.
Who did you like this?
Nobody. No more touching little girls, bro. All right.
Okay, so yeah, he allegedly touched minors. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, right on the button, kids. Hit him right on the corner of the chin. Bang. Now looking up to this, trying to see if this kid gives any tell.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Yep. First, he's completely okay. So first, he's completely nonverbal, right? So
The way he was, though, his posture was the entire time I was watching this. I knew he was going to swing first.
well, you look at his feet.
Yeah, he's completely ready to go. Right, the other guy's just kind of talking. He's already ready.
And this is like when we talk about interview stance, getting in a position of advantage. You know, this guy squared up talking, and he's lining himself up, getting ready to throw. Yes, there it is. Bang.
Boom. Yeah.
Look at that. Is he shaking?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Apparently, he starts puking.
And that's when the cops show up. After. Oh, damn.
That looks fun.
Yeah, what's this? The Glock. How many rounds in that? Oh, it's got one of those guys. Yeah, drum.
Yeah.
How hot did that fucking thing get?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, that thing is hot.
Like, you don't have any gloves on or anything like that, man. I don't know, dude. He's a better man than me.
That poor barrel.
Yeah, holy crap. Look at that thing. Next. What's this? Wait. Pete Hack said, American Hero, good friend. Why would I back down? I've always been a fighter. I'm here for the war fighters. I got an interesting story about this dude. I don't know, a friend of mine had him involved in a project, was not overly impressed with him, and he was removed. And I can't say exactly what it was, but because if I do, then you'd be able to follow who.
No, you're good.
But it was in an administrative position, and it was kind of like the term I got was empty suit.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. You
know,
I mean,
so
on paper, right? The guy looks like a rock star. Right?
One of my buddies, he was able to see a lot of the behind the scenes of a lot of government and like politics and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And he said that, you see a lot of these people, they do these hearings and stuff. And like before the hearing, they're sitting there chatting, like whatever, it doesn't matter. And they get in the hearing, or like they don't even show up like to like the pre-hearing or whatever. And then they show up to like, the congressional hearing. They like sit down for 5 minutes, just rail these people, and then get up and walk away before they even have a chance to answer. But you only see the clip of them, tell me the answer.
Right. Right.
And it's just like, and I'm like, wait, for real? He doesn't even wait for the answer. He's like, nah, dude, just get up and walks away. And I'm like, he's like, it's all show.
It's all bullshit. They're all in the fucking same goddamn camp, right?
Yeah.
So I said, like, that's why hopefully, what's going on. If they do half of what they say they're going to do. Oh, Jesus, what the hell's going on here?
That's a big dude.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a freaking student. That's a kid. Oh shit!
I didn't see that coming.
Holy Christ, man! Listen, I'll kick your ass. I can outrun you.
Oh, he got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he did.
He just barely caught his foot and which tripped him, and then he just like chucked him off.
Yeah, he was in the process of pushing him off. Oh, oh, Jesus Christ! This is like stupid shit you do when you're a kid. So was that a fluorescent bulb?
Oh,
Ow! Yeah, dude, he's not coming back with a prize.
Mon frère. Ou d'abord, tu m'apprends à vous aider à toutes les choses. Dans la bouche, non, là, attends.
Oh,
Oh!
shit!
oh! I didn't see that coming.
No! Holy crap, man! What? I mean, look, if you're waiting, what do you? I mean, obviously these kids know each other and they got a problem with each other, so they're just
Some little beef, yeah.
yeah. It's like
Ou d'abord, tu m'apprends à vous aider à toutes les choses. Dans la bouche, non, là, attends.
but holy crap, man! Is he striking that on a rock?
Yeah. Strike everywhere match, man.
I'm like,
Woo! Dude,
Yeah.
he held whatever he has in his mouth, he held for a while.
why? Yeah, I wonder if he got that before he got the. I would imagine you get the match first, and then you put the fuel in your face.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it was just like alcohol, right? And not like gas.
Right, right. Probably gasoline though.
World star, motherfucker.
Oh Jesus!
You a fucking bitch.
Hey, bro, hey, watch what you're saying, man.
Let me call him a nigga one more time, motherfucker.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, world star,
Ah,
world star, motherfucker.
there's a whole world out there, man. That. Oh shit!
Okay.
So again, the caption on this is like, again, I don't know if these stories are real or whatever, but a bully is, shaking this kid down, and then other kids showed up. Oh, oh shit!
Oh.
Is that guy with the skateboard even involved? I mean, who's like? It's just like everyone walking by getting
Oh,
involved.
they're at a park.
Yeah, I'm like, it's also, I'm
It
curious.
looks like a skate. They're probably at a skate park.
Skate park, right?
Yeah. He's lucky he didn't get a scooter or a skateboard to the head.
Yeah, what the hell? Then you get worry about that, that mob mentality that gets, who's involved and attached to this. I go, when do you stop? Right? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just Christ. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. The world is going to hell. Oh, here we okay. All right, now. Okay, this is armed robbery. So, all right, this is something that's,
All right, yeah, let's
more
watch this.
more worthy of our attention than the other bullshit. So, yeah.
Homeboy fast, homie.
No, I don't want to have the narration. Oh. Welcome to Texas. Yeah. Holy crap. That looks like he's just walking out his house.
It looks targeted though.
Yeah, I think you're right. It really does.
They're like, hey, come with us, right? And then
Yeah.
she comes out.
Yeah, because they don't look like they're trying to rob him. They look like they're trying to move him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come with us, come with us. And then she comes
Then
out
she
and they
comes
see her.
out, and then they take off. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a robbery. Not at all. Let's see that. What?
Look at buddy, y'all. Look at buddy, y'all. Yeah, you snout that.
I can't tell what's going on.
He was inspecting the vehicle. The driver comes back, says something to him. He's like, hey, what are you doing over here? Goes to put away his flashlight. Bam!
He's probably smelling whatever was in the car, not snorting it. Oh, what the hell is going on here? Oh no!
Oh.
Okay, this looks amazing. This can't be real. It can't be real. Let's see if there's anything on here. That's not real. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's not real. Oh, shit.
Not the dog.
Why would you do that to the puppy?
He's like, please save me.
Oh, why does it make it so bad? Now you can hit a woman. Oh, I don't want to do that. So, one more. No. Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's a good throw shot.
Yeah, damn.
Fucking with my daughter. I told you that many times.
Oh,
Bitch.
Pussy ass nigga.
oh,
I hope you fucking
Fucking with my daughter. I told you that many times. Bitch.
pussy ass nigga.
weren't expecting
I
that.
hope you fucking
Hi. So, yeah. All right. I officially, again, hate the world. So, yeah. That's it. So, what do you got going on this weekend?
Let's see. My wife's going on a vacation for the next like 9 days. My dad's coming into town to hang out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I got some church stuff over the weekend. That's really about it.
Yeah, we're what do we got going on? I don't know. We're doing something. We're watching a tree go, lighting a tree tomorrow, and yeah, just like in the throes of the holiday season,
Yeah.
moving some product, and yeah, getting ready for Christmas Eve and all that stuff. My daughter comes back now, 12 days. My son's home. He was fortunate enough he got out of some, he didn't have to take one of his finals, and he took
nice.
two. Yeah, and it took two before he came back, so he just had some projects due. So he's gonna fly back on Saturday and then come back on Thursday because Thanksgiving was a week later this year. Kind of screwed everything up. So he's like, yeah, why don't I? He's like, I could just stay. So I'm like, cool. So we pushed your flight to January 6th. So he's home. Now
Nice.
I think everything's done. We get to spend some quality time before his boys get back, and then he goes back doing, shit that he does. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So, yeah, the new fast course funnel should be. We actually changed we're updating all the sales pages for that. So, yeah, the new team takes that over probably tomorrow. So yeah, I'll start kicking that in because that really starts. I mean, the bodyguard will still, go like January and February, like the winter months. Then people still buy. It just you get a little spike now. But I said it was weird, like with the election. Advertising costs were like blown out of like everybody got crushed because now we're competing against campaigns.
Right.
They're dumping a ton of money, and yeah, and it happens like every 2 years with the election cycle. But even more so this year, I would say it threw everything off because they were.
I mean, we're talking like $1 billion+ on both sides.
Yeah, it was nuts, man. It was nuts. So, yeah, that's starting to recover, which is good. And then we're going to SHOT Show in January.
Yeah, speaking of SHOT Show, I looked at the requirements to be able to go. Depending on what I got going on, you might see me there.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because technically I could qualify to go. So I was talking to my wife about it. And depending on what I got going, I'm going to try and make it down there.
All right. Well, if you can't, let me know. Tickets are like $200, so I can,
They're not that much.
Oh, for an exhibitor. Oh,
Well,
no,
no.
not
So SHOT Show, it's not open to the public.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So under my classification, whatever, I think it was like $60 for my ticket or something.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as an instructor, I fall under a different category than like you who's exhibiting body
Well,
armor.
exhibiting, as an exhibitor, it's like we get
Yeah.
2 and then everybody else is $200.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I think I looked into it. I think it's like $60 for me to be able to go. So
yeah, dude, we're there the whole time, but we're in the extra, so we're like Wednesday, Thursday, so Friday we're off, and yeah, so like the last day of the show we don't exhibit.
yeah.
So
And
that's
I have family that lives in St. George, so they're like 2.5 hours away. So like
that's Utah, right?
Yeah, it's Utah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 2.5 hours away. So like I wouldn't even need a hotel. I could just go stay there and just like commute back and forth.
yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
So we'll see.
I got some weird connection with St. George because for some reason when I was in my 20s, I wanted to live in a place that had apparently the climate's really good there.
Yeah, except that it's irradiated from all the nuclear blast testing.
They don't mention that.
It's bad. You should look into it. It's really bad.
So yeah, so maybe that's why the climate's so nice. But again, it's like you got the whole Mormon thing, which again they're all very nice.
Yeah, I would know.
I mean, like they're nice, but it's like apparently.
I'm Mormon, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's up? You guys drink like a ton of soda?
No. Well, okay, so I mean, a lot of them. I mean, we're just normal people. Everybody drinks soda.
Every Mormon that I've ever met has been very nice. That's all I'm gonna say.
We tend to be really nice. Yeah.
I'm just it's a compliment. There's nothing bad to say. Just that you're very nice. That's it. So that explains why they're out there. I'm like, I got nothing else.
If that's the only thing people can say about us, I'll take it.
Right. I mean, I'm not like, oh, look, there's a group of Mormons. Let's get across the street. I've never said that.
Yeah.
So did you do the missionary work and shit?
I did not. No.
Okay.
Instead, I joined the SDTS and and then joined the military and.
Right. Yeah. Because now there's different dude. Now we can spend. We're talking about this at some point. Maybe it's at the end because I'm interested. I love this shit. So
we can do an entire episode on it. I don't care.
Yeah. So like you do. So you didn't do any of the because again from outside perspective. It's like you have to do like a year missionary work or something like that.
Yeah, so there's no requirement to do it, but it's strongly encouraged, and it's 2 years for males and 18 months for females.
Okay.
It used to be when I was old enough to go, it was 19 for males and 21 for females that you can go.
Right.
They just changed the age. I want to say probably like 5-6 years ago. Now 18 for males and 19 for females.
Okay.
So it costs about $10,000. You pay out of your own pocket.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what they do is they basically, because you can go anywhere in the world. the church leadership picks where you go.
Oh,
And so what they do is basically they average the cost of living expenses across the board. And so
Okay.
everybody just pays what their average is, and then it gets basically divvied up. And that's how they cover your living expenses.
and now someone can go to Belize or someone can go to like, you know, Angola.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
here in the States, you know.
You're right. Yeah. And now
Yeah.
now you have to like they go out, you have a quota you got to meet like a recruiter? Okay. Do you have to like, you know, you have to, how many doors did you knock on?
Yeah,
You know,
so
like
no,
that kind of shit.
there's no quota, you know, and as with all people, there's lazy missionaries and there's really gung ho missionaries, you know.
Of course. Right.
You know,
Right.
it's a very personal journey, you know, and like you go and you have ups and downs, you know, for a lot of these people, and you're talking 18, 19-year-old kids, you know, it's their first time leaving home,
Right.
first time having to learn how to live with other people.
Right.
And, you know, there's just a lot of, you know, emotional ups and downs. You know, you get a lot of rejection.
Yeah, of course, man.
And
I
so,
think
you know, you learn a lot of different things about yourself. for sure.
now, so like you all living in a house or apartment, like you're all living together?
Yeah, so they work in companionship, so it's twos.
Okay.
And then depending on how the mission is set up, how housing works and all those things, because different areas obviously have different housing requirements, you know.
Right.
You know, if you're in like Angola, you're probably just in a hut somewhere. So there's probably just two of you within like 50 miles of somebody else.
Oh,
You know, but if you're in like, I don't know, down the road from my house, you know, you're in
Right.
an apartment complex with like 4 people or 6 people.
right. Right.
So
Okay. And then you don't have to like fill out any reports or anything like that? Like
what do
they
you
send
mean?
you on your
Like,
mission, right? You're on a mission. Don't you have to like, you know, it's like you could just go screw off for
you
however
could. I
long.
mean, there's like some accountability. You know, there's like accountability chain, obviously. You
Okay.
know, and you have to go and you have to be like, hey, this is what I did do, right? But if you
Right.
don't, if you're just like, hey, we didn't do anything for this week, you're just gonna get like, hey, you should probably do something. It's not like, hey, we're sending you home, right?
Right.
You know.
Okay.
And so, like I said, you get lazy missionaries, you get gung ho missionaries. You
Right.
know, and you know, and it's really tough when you get opposites. So you get like a gung ho paired up with a
Oh,
lazy
that's just
person.
never gonna work. Right.
Yeah,
I
and
get
then
that.
the gung ho person gets frustrated because the lazy person never wants to do anything. You know.
Right. And the lazy person's just annoyed by the gung ho person.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I get it.
You
So
know,
that
but
was
it's like
cool.
all the shenanigans you can think of like young teenage age type males
Yeah, of course.
out on their own. I mean, you get shenanigans, you get, you know, but you know, the whole point is to, you know, you're there to serve, you know, the mission, serve the Lord,
Sure.
so to speak, and you know, like proselyte and bring people to the faith. And
But
so,
it's not like the was it Rumspringer? It's not like the Amish
no,
like that thing.
I'd say it's the opposite of Rumspringer.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like I did all my stuff before. Now I'm gonna try and be better. So let me go and like live by these really strict standards for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, shit. All right. On that note, look, see, I learned something about Josh. Nice. I'm excited. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining us. We will be back again next week. We won't be here over Christmas break, but I think we got two more before the holiday.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, everybody, you know, train honestly.